Shalom, family. Shaman Eli. Look, I actually forgot something. I forgot to put in some stuff about the Black Adam review, what I saw. In the movie, they also brought up Atlantis. They also brought up as above, so below, in the imagery of Black Adam emerging from a underwater base in Antarctica. Coming out of the water was representation of aliens or Atlantis rising from the ocean, or Yahusha coming from, or Jesus, or rescue coming from Antarctica, from the other side of the ice wall, or also coming from Atlantis from under the water. This is what it was talking about. Also, I forget exactly where it is. I gotta find it because it keeps coming up, and it came up in the movie again. But someone who is a avid studier of the Bible should also know this as well. Maybe you could tell me. I know it's in the book of Ezra. But it's the Apocrypha version, and it speaks about the Messiah coming out of the ocean. It speaks about the Savior, Yahusha, Jesus, God, whatever, coming out of the ocean. And that was this image in the Black Adam movie that came out as well. That it was this image of the Black Adam coming out of the ocean being representation of the final days, the final battle. And actually, Lucifer in the movie, the man who played Lucifer, said something. He said that I am the final descendant. In other words, a representation of the final battle. The end of days, the final battle between so-called good and evil, between Lucifer, right, and Yahusha and all of them. That's what that was when he made that statement, is that I am the last. So basically, and then that gets in reincarnation. In other words, that goes all the way back to his first self, his ancestor, all the way coming back circle now at the end before the reset. That's what he was talking about. That's what this movie Black Adam is talking. It's talking about the reset. It's talking about this Terra Infinita map, family. It's talking about the keys of Enoch. It's talking about the knowledge book. It's talking about the Cobran. It's talking about the Bible. It's talking about the Quran. It's talking about the Buddha. It's talking about all these different things within this movie, family. Also in the movie, I see deception. I see two different enemies. And I talked about this before, how, family, they're going to go even deeper with this UFO and alien things, family. They're going to do a psyop. They're going to do a deception. There's going to be an alien deception. First off, they're not so-called aliens. If you have to understand, if you do the studying, the research, you're going to understand what these beings really are. But nonetheless, before I digress in the movie, it showed Black Adam coming out of the ocean, but it also showed the character that plays Satan or Lucifer floating in the air, standing in front of the city over the ocean. So both of these basically like almost coming from out of the sky, right? Black Adam came from out of the ocean, and Lucifer came out of the sky, Prince of the Sky. Black Adam came out of the water, representation of Atlantis, representation of the Messiah, God, coming out of the ocean to fight the armies of Armageddon of Babylon on the last days. That's what Adam was a representation of in the movie, coming out of the ocean. Lucifer coming out of the sky, Prince of the Sky. But this also speaks to the deception. When I say, family, they're going to do a deception in these last days, and they're going to talk about aliens. And when it says last days, that doesn't mean the end of the world. It just means the end of a certain society. It means the end of a certain system, political system. It doesn't mean fire, brimstone. It doesn't mean everybody's going to crow. You know, it's just how you look at it. It's about your studying. In other words, the end of a season, beginning of a new. So the end of one season, the beginning of another. So what else? I just wanted to throw this in there real quick because this is a point I wanted to make, family. So what else? Came from the ocean. Black Adam represents Yahusha coming from the ocean, the Messiah. Oh, that deception, family. So at the end of the day, this is the thing that's still in my spirit, is the deception, because basically what the movie's saying too is, before Black Adam showed back up on the scene in the movie to rescue the day, Lucifer or Satan showed up first. In other words, like Revelation says, in the last days, even the elect will be deceived, right? So this in Black Adam, what I see is this deception with the so-called aliens. Is not knowing which beasts are, or which species are for us and which ones are against us. Because a lot of these movies, some of these movies lately too, family, if you watch, like I said, they put the truth. Alien races will invade Earth, right? But then sometimes there'll be another alien race that fights on our side. And this is the same story here. So we have to understand, we have to figure out who is who. The aliens that come from the ocean, are they on our side or are they against us? Hold on, my screen, dang, I hate when it, oh, never mind, I'm on the phone. I'm acting crazy. So the aliens, okay, so the so-called aliens come from the ocean. Are they on this side, on our side, or are they against us? Or the so-called aliens, if they appear coming from the sky, from the clouds, are they on our side or are they against us? Right now, I'm leaning towards, if aliens somehow come from Antarctica or come out of the water, somewhere in that area, if aliens come somewhere having to do something with Antarctica, ice coming from out of the ocean, I'm more at this point, because as above, so below, because we've all been lied to, family. Also in the Adam movie, there was this image of hell, right? It turned upside down, as above, so below. The screen turned upside down to give this representation of hell under. We've been lied to, family. Go back to the Emerald Tablets, Book of Thoth, the Halls of Amenti. The underworld is not a bad thing. That's allowed. Matter of fact, I'm starting to think that's where some of us come from. They've been lying to us, telling us that heaven is in the air, but it's not. We're in a dome. It's water all around. Our spirits. Anyway. Let me not look. We get into a whole nother thing, family. But yeah, that's the deception, family. I'm telling you, family. Mark my words. The alien deception is gonna come out. And they're going to come from two places. It's going to be aliens coming from the sky and aliens coming from the water. Who's who? Who? So-called aliens. They're not aliens. Once again, that's just us and our ignorance, because we have no understanding of the reality of this matrix. But we have to figure out who's for us. The aliens coming from the ocean, from Antarctica, the water, or the aliens coming from the sky. I'm leaning more towards the ocean ones for my reasons. The sky ones, I'm starting to think it's a scam. But anyway, family, shalom, be blessed. Catch you later.